Silence is often misunderstood. Most people believe that to be powerful, they need to speak loudly, interrupt others, and dominate conversations. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The loudest in the room is rarely the strongest. True power is quiet. It's felt, not heard. When you walk into a room and remain silent, people feel your presence. They begin to wonder, what is he thinking? Why isn't he speaking? Does he know something we don't? This uncertainty creates psychological tension. People fear what they can't predict. Silence makes you unpredictable. In a world where everyone overshares on social media and in conversations, silence becomes rare. And what is rare becomes powerful. Think about the most powerful people in history. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, spoke little but carried immense authority. When he did speak, people listened because every word was measured. His silence was his armor. Or consider the mafia bosses who ruled their empires with quiet strength. They were known to sit at the back of the room, observing quietly, letting others speak first, revealing themselves while they remained a mystery. When you choose silence, you are refusing to give others your power. You are forcing them to reveal themselves while you gather information, observe weaknesses, and control the pace of interaction. Most people cannot handle silence. It makes them uncomfortable, and they feel the need to fill it with nervous chatter, explanations, or jokes. This is when they reveal their insecurities, weaknesses, and fears. Your silence, on the other hand, becomes your weapon. It creates an invisible wall, a boundary that demands respect. It makes people fear that you see through them, that you are judging them even if you are not. Silence also allows you to maintain emotional control. When you speak too much, you risk saying things you don't mean, revealing emotions you wish to hide, or reacting impulsively. Silence gives you the space to process, observe, and respond strategically, if you choose to respond at all. But silence is not about being passive. It is about being intentional. You remain quiet, but your body language speaks. Your eye contact speaks. Your stillness speaks. Imagine being in a meeting where everyone is arguing, talking over each other, trying to prove a point. You sit back, calm, observing. And then, when everyone has exhausted themselves, you speak one clear, calm sentence that cuts through the noise. In that moment, your words hold more weight than the 1,000 words spoken before. This is the power of silence. It commands attention. It creates an aura of mystery and strength. It makes people fear your presence, even if you have said nothing at all. If you want people to respect you, to fear crossing your boundaries, to feel your strength without you having to announce it, practice silence. The next time you are in a conversation, resist the urge to fill every pause. Let the silence linger. Watch how people react. Notice how they become uncomfortable, how they start to reveal themselves, and how your silence begins to speak louder than any words could. Silence is your first step towards becoming a person who commands fear and respect without saying a single word. The art of making people fear you without saying a word. Section 2. The gaze that commands respect. Your eyes can speak louder than any words you will ever say. Most people don't understand the silent language of eye contact, but it is one of the most powerful tools you have if you wish to make people fear disrespecting you. Think about it. Most people can't hold eye contact for long. It makes them feel exposed, vulnerable, seen. Their eyes dart away quickly, looking at the ground, the ceiling, or anywhere else to escape the discomfort of being seen too deeply. But when you can hold calm, steady eye contact, You are sending a message without saying a single word. I see you, and I am not afraid. This type of gaze is not aggressive. It is not the wide-eyed stare of someone trying too hard to intimidate others. It is the quiet, unwavering look of someone who is confident in himself, who has nothing to prove, and who does not fear being seen. When you speak to someone, look into their eyes. Don't rush to look away, and don't scan the room nervously. Let your eyes rest on theirs, calmly and steadily, as if you are reading their soul. If you do this, you will notice something fascinating. Most people will look away first. They will break eye contact because they feel the weight of your attention. In that moment, you have asserted silent dominance. In many cultures, eye contact is a test of confidence and hierarchy. The person who holds eye contact calmly is seen as more dominant, more confident, and more powerful. It is a subtle, primal test, and most people fail it without even realizing. Even in situations of conflict, your eyes are your greatest weapon. If someone insults you, argues with you, or tries to provoke you, do not react with words immediately. Instead, look at them, silently, with calm eyes. Let the silence in your gaze fill the space between you. They will feel uncomfortable, exposed, and uncertain about what you will do next. This uncertainty will make them fear you, even if you never raise your voice or threaten them. There is a story about a samurai master who once faced a man who tried to challenge him in public. The samurai did not draw his sword or respond with threats. Instead, he simply looked at the man, calmly and steadily, saying nothing. The man, feeling the weight of that silent gaze, became nervous and backed down, realizing he was not facing an ordinary man, but someone who was deeply in control. Your gaze can have the same effect if you train it. Start small. Practice holding eye contact in daily conversations with friends or store clerks. Notice how people react when you maintain steady, calm eye contact. They will begin to respect you more, to see you as confident and sure of yourself. But remember, there is a fine line. Your gaze should not be aggressive or invasive. It should not feel like a threat, but like a quiet assertion of your presence. The goal is not to scare people unnecessarily, but to project silent strength that demands respect. If you find it difficult, focus on looking at one of the person's eyes or the spot between their eyebrows. Keep your face relaxed with a calm, neutral expression. Breathe slowly and let your eyes reflect your inner calm. In moments when you need to assert your boundaries or when someone tries to test you, your calm eye contact will often be enough to stop them in their tracks. They will feel that you see through them, and this will make them cautious around you. Your gaze becomes a mirror that forces people to see themselves, and many are afraid of what they will find there. When you learn to use your eyes this way, you will no longer need to use loud words or threats to command respect. Your silent gaze will speak for you. This is the second step in mastering the art of making people fear you without saying a word. And once you combine your silence with your gaze, you will begin to project an aura that others will feel even before you enter the room. Section 3. The calm reaction in a world where most people are easily triggered. Quick to anger and constantly reacting, calmness is a rare and powerful weapon. Think about how most people behave when they are provoked. They raise their voices, their faces tighten, they spit out words they don't mean, and they show the world exactly what buttons can be pushed to control them. When you lose your temper, you lose your power. If you want people to fear crossing you, you must learn to remain calm, especially when others expect you to explode. Calmness under pressure confuses people It makes them question your strength, your intentions, and your capabilities. It creates uncertainty in their minds. Why isn't he reacting? What is he planning? Is he stronger than I thought? This uncertainty is where silent fear is born. Imagine a situation where someone insults you in front of others, trying to embarrass you or pull you into their chaos. Most people would snap back, defend themselves, or try to throw insults in return, escalating the situation. But imagine, instead, that you simply look at them calmly, holding your gaze, your face relaxed, saying nothing or replying with a simple, "Are you done?" before turning away. Your calmness in that moment will burn them more deeply than any insult you could throw. It will expose their weakness while displaying your strength. There is a story of a Zen master who was insulted by a rude man in front of a crowd. The master remained silent, his face calm, his eyes steady. The man insulted him again, louder this time, seeking a reaction. Still, the master said nothing. Finally, the man shouted, "What's wrong with you? Why won't you respond?" The master calmly replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man was stunned into silence, humiliated by his own loudness, while the master remained untouchable. Your calmness in conflict is your shield. It protects your energy, your image, and your mental clarity. It forces others to question themselves, rather than questioning you. But calmness is not passive. It is active control over your emotions and reactions. It is the quiet decision to respond, not react, to every situation. When someone tries to push your buttons, see it for what it is. Test of your discipline. Breathe, slow down, and observe. Often, your silence and calm will force them to reveal more of themselves, exposing their insecurities. In business, this is a powerful tool. In meetings, when tensions rise and people begin arguing, remain calm. Let others reveal their frustrations while you maintain your composure. When you finally speak, your calm words will carry authority because they are not coming from a place of emotional chaos. In your personal life, your calmness will teach people to respect your boundaries. Those who try to manipulate you emotionally will find that they cannot. Those who try to provoke you will learn that you are not someone who can be easily controlled. Calmness is the foundation of silent fear because it suggests control, strength, and depth. People fear what they cannot disturb, what they cannot predict, and what they cannot shake. Remember, your calmness is not for others, it is for you. It protects your mind, your goals, and your focus. It allows you to see situations clearly while others are blinded by their emotions. When you master the art of calm reaction, you become like water fluid, yet powerful, soft, yet unstoppable. You will find that people will begin to think twice before raising their voice or acting out around you. They will begin to fear your calmness because it reveals how little control they have over themselves, and how much control you have over yourself. This is the third step in making people fear you without saying a word. Master your reactions, and you will master the room. Section 4. Body language of power. Long before you open your mouth, your body has already spoken for you. Most people don't realize that your body language shapes how people treat you, respect you, and fear you. It is your silent declaration of power, and unlike words, it rarely lies. Think of the last time you saw someone who truly owned the room. They didn't need to talk loudly or make dramatic gestures. Their posture, their stillness, and their deliberate movements spoke louder than any speech. Here's what people do when they lack inner power. They fidget, their shoulders slump, they cross their arms protectively, they avoid eye contact, and they move quickly, trying to shrink themselves or blend in. Each of these unconscious actions signals insecurity, weakness, and fear to everyone watching. If you want to command respect and silent fear without saying a word, you must master the art of powerful body language. Start with your posture. Stand tall with your shoulders back and your chest open. Imagine a string gently pulling your head upward. This not only makes you look more confident, but also changes your mental state, reminding you that you are in control. When you walk, do it with deliberate, steady steps. Avoid rushing or shuffling, as if you were afraid to take up space. Powerful. People move as if the world will wait for them. When you enter a room, pause for a moment before you start moving or speaking. Let people notice your presence. This moment of pause projects confidence and control. Your hands should remain visible and controlled. Avoid fidgeting, scratching, or touching your face excessively, as these are signs of nervousness. When you use gestures, make them slow and purposeful. Even the act of calmly adjusting your watch or placing your hand on a table can signal deliberate, grounded confidence. Your face should remain calm and relaxed, even in stressful situations. Avoid forced smiles or nervous laughter. Instead, maintain a neutral, composed expression that makes people wonder what you are thinking. The fewer unnecessary movements you make, the more powerful you appear. Stillness is a signal of inner control. In the animal kingdom, predators move slowly and confidently, while prey move quickly and nervously. When someone tries to challenge or test you, your body language can silence them before you say a word. If someone invades your personal space, do not step back immediately. Hold your ground, maintaining eye contact and calm posture. This quiet resistance will create tension in them while you remain in control. Your breathing is also part of your body language. Breathe slowly and deeply, especially when you feel nervous or challenged. Shallow, fast breathing is a sign of fear, while deep, slow breathing reflects calm control. In conversations, lean back slightly while maintaining eye contact. This nonchalant posture shows that you are comfortable and unbothered, even in tense discussions. It makes others feel as though you are observing and analyzing them while staying untouchable. It is also powerful to use space. Don't be afraid to take up room at a table, to place your belongings deliberately, or to stand confidently in your spot. Shrinking yourself tells the world that you believe you are less important. Historical figures like Julius Caesar, Marcus Aurelius, and even modern leaders have used powerful body language to command respect. They did not need to shout to be heard. Their presence alone was enough to command silence when they entered a room. Your body language can project an unspoken message. I am in control, I am unafraid, and I will not be easily moved. This is not about arrogance. It is about quiet certainty. People are naturally drawn to and intimidated by those who exhibit silent strength. Practice observing your movements. Notice when you fidget, when you rush, when you fold into yourself. Replace these habits with stillness, slow movements, and deliberate gestures. Over time, you will find that people will begin to treat you differently. They will sense your presence before you speak, and many will hesitate to challenge you, fearing what your quiet confidence represents. This is the fourth step in making people fear you without saying a word. Let your body speak your strength, and people will hear it louder than any words you could ever say. Section 5. The absence effect. Most people believe that to be respected and remembered, they must always be present, always visible, always in the middle of every conversation. But the truth is, constant presence lowers your value. If you want people to fear losing your respect, to feel your importance, and to value your presence, learn the power of strategic absence. When you are always around, people get used to your energy. They begin to take you for granted. Your words, your presence, and even your silence become ordinary because you are always available. But when you remove yourself deliberately, people notice. They begin to wonder, where is he? Why isn't he here? Is he upset? Did we lose his respect? This uncertainty creates a quiet tension in people's minds. Your absence becomes louder than your presence ever. Could be, there is a reason why scarcity creates value. Diamonds are valuable because they are rare. Water is precious in the desert because it is not easily found. Your presence should be the same, rare enough to be valued, consistent enough to be respected. In relationships, this is powerful. If you are always the first to message, always available to talk, or always the one to seek out others, you are teaching people to undervalue your time and presence. But if you begin to pull back strategically, focusing on yourself and your goals, people will feel your absence. They will begin to question themselves. Did I do something wrong? Is he losing interest? What changed? They will replay conversations in their heads, analyzing their actions. This silent insecurity creates respect and, at times, fear. Even in professional settings, strategic absence is powerful. If you are always in every conversation, adding your opinion to every discussion, people become desensitized to your presence. But when you step back, focusing on your work quietly, attending only the important meetings, and speaking only when necessary, people begin to pay attention when you do show up. They notice your presence because it is rare. Historical figures understood this well. Machiavelli wrote about the power of absence and presence in maintaining authority. Powerful kings and leaders would often withdraw from public view to create a sense of mystery and importance around themselves, only appearing when it mattered, making every appearance impactful. The power of absence is also seen in nature. Lion does not need to roar constantly to remind the jungle of its presence. Its rare, deliberate movements are enough to remind every creature who the true king is. But remember, absence is only powerful when your presence has value. Work on yourself when you withdraw. Build your skills, your mindset, your strength. Let your return be marked by visible improvement, a stronger presence, and a calmer energy. Strategic absence is not about playing childish games or making people chase you out of insecurity. It is about creating healthy boundaries that teach people to value your energy and time. In conflicts, absence can be a silent weapon. Sometimes, the best response is no response. Your silence and withdrawal can force others to feel the weight of their actions, creating regret and fear of losing your respect. In social circles, when you become less available, people will value your opinions more when you do speak. Your words will carry weight, and your presence will create a quiet authority that others feel. Ask yourself, are you too available? Do people expect you to always show up? Are you devaluing your presence by never pulling back? Learn to use the absence effect strategically. Withdraw to build yourself, to protect your energy, and to let others realize your value. Return when it matters, with calm, silent confidence. People will begin to fear disappointing you, losing your respect, or crossing your boundaries because they know you can remove your presence at any moment. This is the fifth step in making people fear you without saying a word. Let your absence become your silent message, reminding others of your value without a single word spoken. Section 6. Controlled minimal speech. Most people talk too much. They use too many words to explain themselves, to justify their actions, or to fill the silence they fear so deeply. But here's a powerful truth. The fewer words you use, the more powerful each word becomes. People who cannot control their speech reveal too much about themselves. They expose their insecurities, their desires, their weaknesses. Every extra word gives away pieces of their mind, making them easier to read and easier to control. If you want people to respect you, fear crossing you must learn the art of controlled, minimal speech. Imagine you are in a meeting and everyone is talking rapidly, trying to prove their points, eager to sound intelligent. Instead of jumping in, you observe, listen, and wait. When the right moment comes, you say a single, clear sentence that summarizes what needs to be done. That single sentence, spoken calmly and directly, will carry more weight than the thousands of words spoken before it. This is not about being cold or rude. It is about understanding that words are like currency. The more you print, the less valuable they become. When you speak less, people listen more. They pay closer attention to your words because they know you don't speak without reason. Your speech becomes rare, and rare things are valuable. Controlled speech also keeps people guessing. When you do not explain yourself unnecessarily, people begin to wonder what you are thinking. They replay your few words in their minds, analyzing them, trying to decode your intentions. This creates a subtle fear and respect in their minds because they cannot predict you. Remember, your goal is not to remain silent forever, but to speak with precision and intention. There is a reason why the legendary strategist Sun Tzu advised, "Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night. And when you move, fall like a thunderbolt." When you speak, let your words have the same effect, clear and impactful. Think of powerful historical figures. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, spoke with intention. His words were measured, never wasted. Julius Caesar was known to listen more and speak less, observing before acting. Even in modern times, those who speak with calm precision are seen as leaders, while those who talk excessively are often ignored. Here's how you can practice controlled, minimal speech in your daily life. Pause before you speak. Take a breath, think, and then speak. If someone asks you a question, answer it directly without unnecessary explanations. Resist the urge to fill silences with small talk or nervous chatter. Use simple, clear language. Avoid overcomplicating your speech to sound smart. If someone tries to provoke you, respond with a short, calm sentence or say nothing at all. When you speak, maintain eye contact and a calm tone, letting your words carry your presence. Controlled speech also helps you maintain emotional composure. People often reveal their emotions through rushed, emotional speech. When you speak slowly and clearly, it shows you are in control of yourself, even under pressure. In conflicts, minimal speech is especially powerful. Instead of arguing back and forth, say what needs to be said, then go silent. Your silence after speaking will often force the other person to think deeply about your words while they expose themselves through their reactions. When people see that you do not waste words, they will fear wasting your time. They will learn that every word you speak is worth listening to, and they will begin to choose their words more carefully around you. This is the sixth step in making people fear you without saying a word. Master the art of controlled, minimal speech, and let your rare words command the room in a way loud voices never can. Section 7. The power of controlled anger. Anger is one of the strongest human emotions. It can destroy your reputation, drain your energy, and expose your weaknesses. You let it control you. But when you learn to control your anger, it becomes one of your most powerful silent weapons. Understand this clearly. It is not anger itself that makes people fear you, but your ability to control it. Most people cannot control their anger. They snap, shout, argue, slam doors, send impulsive messages, or make threats they later regret. In these moments, they reveal exactly what triggers them, where they feel insecure, and how easily they can be manipulated. When you react with explosive anger, people learn how to control you. They learn what buttons to push and how to get under your skin. You lose your authority in that instant, no matter how loud you shout. But when you can feel anger rise within you and remain calm, when you can hold it, channel it, and use it as a quiet force instead of an explosion, people will feel your presence in a way that is deeply unsettling. Imagine a situation where someone tries to provoke you. Maybe they insult you publicly, try to embarrass you, or disrespect your boundaries. Most people would fire back immediately, raising their voice to defend themselves. But instead, you pause, your face calm, your eyes steady, your voice level. You might say nothing or speak a single, sharp sentence. In that moment, people feel your anger, but they see your control. It creates a sense of fear and respect because they can sense your power. Yet they cannot predict what you will do next. Controlled anger makes people aware that you are capable of action, but they cannot see when or how you will act. It makes them cautious around you, fearing your silent boundaries. There is a story of a king who was insulted by a messenger. Instead of reacting in rage, the king simply looked at the messenger, nodded, and dismissed him without a word. The messenger left, terrified, realizing that the calmness of the king was more frightening than any immediate punishment. A week later, the messenger found himself stripped of privileges, his family relocated, and his influence erased without a single public outburst from the king. This is the power of controlled anger. It allows you to respond with precision instead of emotion. To master this, you must first learn to observe your anger. When you feel it rising, do not suppress it entirely, and do not let it explode. Let it sit within you like a quiet fire, reminding you of your boundaries and your values. Use it to sharpen your awareness rather than cloud your judgment. Ask yourself, why am I angry? What is the best response that maintains my dignity and control? Is silence more powerful here, or do I need to act? If I speak, what is the calmest, sharpest way to convey my position without emotional leakage? You will notice that most situations do not require an immediate response. By pausing, you give yourself the power to choose your reaction instead of letting others control it. Controlled anger is also felt by others even when you do not express it verbally. Your eyes, your stillness, and your deliberate movements communicate that you are aware of the disrespect and that you will respond in your own time, on your own terms. This is why people fear those who control their anger. They know that silent people are not weak, they are calculating. They know that while they are loud and emotional, you are collecting information, planning your next move with precision. In personal relationships, controlled anger teaches others your boundaries without chaos. In business, it keeps your image strong and professional while protecting you from manipulation. Remember, anger is energy. If you waste it on shouting, you lose it. If you hold it and use it with intention, it becomes fuel for your actions, decisions, and presence. This is the seventh step in making people fear you without saying a word. Master your anger so that it becomes a silent aura of strength, reminding others that your calmness is a choice, not a weakness. Section 8. Let results speak louder in a world obsessed with talking, posting, and bragging. The most powerful individuals let their results speak for them. They don't need to convince others of their worth. Their actions do it for them, creating an aura of silent authority that is impossible to ignore. Most people want recognition, so they talk about their plans and dreams constantly, hoping others will see their potential. But in doing so, they expose themselves to unnecessary criticism, envy, and distractions. Worse, they become known as talkers, not doers. If you want people to respect and fear disappointing you, stop announcing your goals. Move in silence, work in the dark, and let your results arrive like a thunderstorm no one saw coming. Imagine someone who never brags about how hard they work but consistently delivers high-quality results. They don't need to argue about their value because their work proves it without a word. This quiet consistency makes others respect them deeply and creates a silent fear of being compared to them. Your silence, while you build yourself, forces others to pay closer attention to your actions. When you don't talk about your moves, your sudden results feel bigger and more impressive. It also protects you from distractions and sabotage, as people can't attack what they don't know. In your personal life, letting your results speak is equally powerful. Instead of arguing with people to respect your choices or lifestyle, show them through your results. Instead of telling people how strong, disciplined, or capable you are, let your progress, achievements, and calm confidence prove it. For example, don't talk about how disciplined you are. Let your physique, skills, or calm presence show it. Don't argue that you're valuable in your workplace. Let your consistent high performance show it. Don't tell people you're unfazed by challenges. Let your calm actions during chaos prove it. When you deliver results, people begin to fear disappointing you because they know you do not need them to validate you. Your worth is clear through your work, and they know you can walk away and succeed anywhere. This fear of losing your silent strength makes people think twice before crossing your boundaries. Even in conflicts, results speak louder. Instead of getting into debates, let your actions prove your point. Instead of telling people you will leave if disrespected, walk away calmly and let them see you thriving without them. Your success in their absence will echo louder than any argument ever could. This is why the most powerful individuals move quietly. They do not need to speak about their strength because it is obvious in their results. They do not need to warn others not to cross them because the consequences of crossing them are already known. Your results also become a form of silent intimidation. When people see you achieving what you want without seeking their validation, they feel insecure about their own lack of progress. Your existence becomes a mirror, reflecting their weaknesses back to them, making them uncomfortable and cautious around you. Here's how to practice letting your results speak. Stop announcing your plans. Share your achievements after they happen. Let your actions be consistent, even if no one is watching. Focus on execution, not validation. Do not correct every false perception people have about you. Let your results correct them. Remember, loud failures are more damaging than quiet setbacks. So keep your progress private until it is undeniable. When you let your results speak, you free yourself from the need to prove yourself constantly. You create a silent power that people feel without you saying a word. This is the 8th step in making people fear you without saying a word. Let your consistent, undeniable results become your loudest statement, forcing others to respect and fear your quiet competence. Section 9. Strategic eye contact. Few things create instant tension and silent power like eye contact. It is the oldest, simplest tool of dominance in human interaction. Yet most people fear it or misuse it, leaking insecurity instead of power. When people cannot maintain eye contact, it signals submission, guilt, fear, or low confidence. But when you can hold eye contact calmly and intentionally, it sends a clear, primal message. I am unafraid, and I am in control. Eye contact is powerful because it exposes your emotional state. If your eyes dart around the room, avoid people, or look down during conversations, you reveal anxiety or a desire to hide. Predators and leaders, on the other hand, maintain steady eye contact, signaling confidence and silent threat when necessary. Here's how to master strategic eye contact. 1. Hold. Don't stare. Holding eye contact does not mean aggressive. Staring too hard without blinking shows insecurity. Trying too hard to appear strong. True power lies in relaxed, steady eye contact, paired with calm facial expressions. When you look away, do it slowly and deliberately, not in a jerky, nervous manner. This shows that you are in control of where your attention goes. To use silence with eye contact when someone challenges you or disrespects you, often the most powerful response is silence while maintaining eye contact. It creates deep discomfort in the other person while you remain composed. It forces them to fill the silence, exposing their nerves while you conserve your energy. 3. Communicate intent without words. Your eye contact should match the message. You want to deliver warmth and trust when dealing with allies. Neutral, calm observation when in a negotiation. Cold, piercing silence when someone crosses a boundary. People can feel your intention when they look into your eyes. If your intention is clear, your eyes will communicate it without a single word spoken. For eye contact in crowds. If you walk into a room and want to establish presence, pause, scan the room slowly, and make brief but intentional eye contact with people. This signals that you are aware and unafraid of being seen, establishing a silent claim over the space. If someone tries to dominate the room, meeting their eyes calmly can neutralize their energy without a single confrontation. 5. Disengage with purpose. When you break eye contact, do it because you choose to, not because you are forced to. For example, after making your point in a conversation, calmly looking away shows you are done and do not need validation, maintaining silent control. Why people fear eye contact from the powerful. When you master strategic eye contact, people fear it because it forces them to confront themselves, makes them question their own confidence, feels like you are reading them, exposing their insecurities, creates the feeling that you cannot be intimidated easily. Historical and modern leaders understand this. Julius Caesar was known to use calm eye contact to silence entire rooms. CEOs and negotiators often win without speaking much, simply holding calm eye contact while others break under the discomfort of their own words. In personal relationships, maintaining calm eye contact while discussing important matters prevents people from dismissing your words or avoiding accountability. It teaches them you are serious without you raising your voice. Remember, it is not about intimidating people aggressively. It is about showing silent control. Your eyes should convey that you are fully present, unshaken, and unafraid to be seen. As you are. When you master this, you will notice how people begin to behave differently around you. They will hesitate before lying, think twice before disrespecting you, and feel your presence even when you say nothing. This is the 9th step in making people fear you without saying a word. Use strategic eye contact as your silent weapon, reminding people you see them fully while remaining untouchable yourself. Section 10. Walking away without a word, the final and most powerful silent move you can make is to walk away without a word. Most people fear losing connections, opportunities, or approval. This fear keeps them stuck in situations where they are disrespected, undervalued, or drained. They stay, hoping things will change, explaining themselves repeatedly, begging for understanding, or trying to prove their worth. But the moment you can walk away calmly, without drama, threats, or explanations, you show ultimate strength. Walking away without a word creates deep fear and respect in others because it shows you are not emotionally dependent on them. It proves you value your self-respect more than their approval. It demonstrates you can remove your energy anytime, leaving them to face the consequences of their actions. When you walk away, people are left in silence, replaying what they did wrong. They begin to question themselves. Was I too harsh? Did I cross a line? Is he gone for good? This self-reflection is often more powerful than any argument you could have made. Why walking away works: people are used to others fighting for attention or arguing back. When you do neither and simply leave, it breaks their expectations. Your absence becomes a mirror, forcing them to see their behavior and feel the emptiness you leave behind. It is also a test of your inner strength. Walking away silently means you can control your emotions even when your pride is hurt or your ego wants to react. It proves you are not controlled by external validation. When to walk away in disrespect. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, no long speeches are needed. A calm exit shows your standards. In arguments, if a conversation turns into a pointless argument, calmly leaving protects your energy and forces the other person to confront themselves. In opportunities, if a deal, job, or partnership does not value your worth, leaving without desperate negotiation shows confidence in your ability to create or find better opportunities. The silent message it sends, walking away without words, sends the message: I do not need to prove myself to you. My time and energy are valuable. You will feel my absence. It also teaches others how to treat you in the future. They learn that you will not tolerate disrespect or undervaluation. And if they want access to your presence again, they must change their behavior. Pair it with your other silent power moves. This move completes your toolkit. You have learned silence, minimal speech, and controlled presence. You have mastered eye contact and letting results speak. Now, you show you can remove yourself entirely when needed. This makes people cautious around you because they know your attention is earned, not given freely, and that your respect is not to be taken lightly. In personal life, if someone tries to manipulate your emotions, instead of explaining yourself repeatedly, leave. Go quiet. Focus on yourself. Your absence will do what your words never could. In business or social circles, if someone undervalues your contributions or wastes your time, walk away. Do not announce it. Do not post about it. Do not send dramatic messages. Simply remove your presence and let your continued success elsewhere serve as the loudest statement. Remember, walking away is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is choosing yourself over unnecessary battles. It is showing that you have options, that you are not desperate, and that you control your environment. This is the 10th and final step in making people fear you without saying a word. Learn to walk away calmly, leaving others in silence to feel the weight of your absence, while you continue building your life with quiet power and relentless self-respect.